cigar smokes, news and weather, music and jokes. See on the porch in my favorite house coat, it's the Sarah Beth Terry Show. She's a feral Christian out in the wild, the cigarette mom with a queen bee style, talking or singing about somebody you know. It's the Sarah Beth Terry, the Sarah Beth Terry, it's the Sarah Beth Terry Show. I'm Sarah Beth Terry, and you're not.
Good evening. It is Wednesday, June 24th, and here's your headlines for today. In Washington, Senate votes to limit future military action against Iran. In a rare bipartisan move, the Senate approved a resolution requiring congressional authorization for additional U.S. military action against Iran. The measure is largely symbolic unless the House also acts, but it reflects growing concern, even among some Republicans, about presidential war powers. The White House is pushing a sale of F-16 engines to Turkey. The Trump administration is moving forward with a deal worth hundreds of millions of dollars to sell jet engines to Turkey, despite objections from some members of Congress. Officials say it's intended to strengthen NATO relationships ahead of next month's summit. That's according to Reuters. Internationally, the Iran ceasefire is holding, but barely. U.S. and Iranian officials continue negotiations in Switzerland following the recent ceasefire. Shipping traffic through the Strait of Hormuz has resumed, easing fears of an immediate oil supply disruption, though both sides remain far apart on nuclear inspections and long-term agreements. In the economy today, oil prices have fallen because tankers are once again moving through the Strait of Hormuz. Crude oil prices have eased after last week's spike. Lower oil generally translates into lower gasoline prices if the situation remains stable. Investors are also waiting for Friday's inflation report, which could influence future Federal Reserve decisions. In crime and justice, the Justice Department announced one of the largest health care fraud crackdowns in U.S. history. Federal prosecutors charged 455 defendants nationwide in schemes involving false medical billing and fraudulent health care claims totaling billions of dollars. West Virginia providers were among those named in the nationwide operation. In the state of West Virginia, the state wants your input on road projects. The West Virginia Department of Transportation has opened public comment on its 6-year transportation improvement plan, which determines which highways, bridges, and infrastructure projects receive funding across the state. Country Roads has become an unofficial World Cup anthem. As international soccer teams train in the U.S., John Denver's classic and West Virginia's theme song has become a favorite among fans all around the world, giving West Virginia an unexpected moment in the global spotlight. In sports, the Men's College World Series championship is set. North Carolina advanced to the finals after eliminating West Virginia, ending the Mountaineers' deepest postseason run in the school's history. Around home this evening, the Kanawha Valley is looking at a quiet evening, but forecasters are watching for thunderstorms to develop later this week. Temperatures will stay seasonably warm with increasing humidity heading into the weekend with some disturbances towards Sunday. In other news, there was a 5.6 major earthquake in California. Rand Paul said he didn't care how popular you were or how important you were. If you lied about the pandemic, you're going to pay for it. The Save America Act is now considered a national emergency. All we want is for you to prove that you're a citizen in order to vote for people that run this country. I don't see why this is such a big deal. According to a new report, Americans now need $2 million to safely and comfortably retire. Most people have less than $200,000 in the bank. So, that's your news all around. I did trek down to Austin's Homemade Ice Cream today in Canova. And, is it Cerrado? Canova, Cerrado. Anyway, Cerrado. Regardless, best damn ice cream in the world. We had pineapple grape, which I recommend 2 scoops in a waffle cone, and it is ridiculously good. It doesn't make any sense how good that ice cream is. It don't. We had that and a hot dog, and then we went to Peddler's Mall, and I saw a cigar store Indian for $150 that I almost brought home. And I seriously thought about bringing home a bird cage on a stand. But I just decided against both, and we went to Best Buy where no one would take our money. So we left, and I went to Ollie's, and I bought a rug for the porch and one for the bedroom. And some C batteries for a new clock I bought. That's pretty much my entire day. I am pretty excited about sharing some new partnerships with you. Putnam Landscape Supply and I are working on some stuff, so look forward to seeing some projects in the backyard that are going to be helped from Creed and Patrick Creed and the boys over at Putnam Landscape Supply. So I'm pretty excited about that. That's what I know for today. I do know this. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. As of today, we have hit 350,000 followers on the Facebook porch. Yay! We're creeping towards 80 on Instagram. We're creeping towards 50 on TikTok, and I haven't even looked at Instagram. Or not Instagram, but YouTube. I don't know. I'm an old school Facebook girl, so super excited. 350,000 people on my porch. I am going to need to plant more flowers, probably. But I want to thank you for being here. Thanks for finding me. Thanks for following me. Thanks for sitting on the porch and having a cigarette and bitching about the state of the world while listening to good country music and studying the Bible. This is what we do. We're feral Christians. We're cigarette moms. We're queen bees. We are you. Premenopausal, not near enough caffeine, nicotine, or marijuana, and we're doing the best we can on duct tape, bobby pins, and the Lord's goodwill. Thanks for being here. Cindy, don't get me started on MySpace. I had a MySpace page and a MySpace music page, and I could do HTML, and I could code, and there's wallpaper. That moved with a soundtrack as soon as you clicked on my profile. I know some MySpace. And Tom was always in my top 8. I don't even think Mark Zuckerberg sent me a request yet. So, say what you want about MySpace. But welcome. Glad to have you. If you are a repeat offender, always glad to have you back. If you're brand new here, we are glad that you're here. Just go down the rabbit hole and catch up because it gets progressively worse the further back you go. This all started by accident. I've always been a country music singer and songwriter. Comedian just kind of came naturally as I was the fat kid in marching band, and I was always everybody's big sister and best friend. So instead of hiding that under a bush, oh no, I decided to sit on my porch and talk about it with the world. So here we are. And I love the comments. Oh my goodness, I love the comments. I had 4 or 5 people ask me yesterday, could diabetics eat grapes? I don't know. I ain't diabetic. Got a little hypoglycemic because I won't eat because I get busy and I'm ADD and I forget to eat. So then my blood sugar gets like this and I'm like, better eat some peanut butter, maybe drink orange juice real quick. But no, not diabetic. Thank you to marijuana. My A1C stays under 4. I hear music next door. It might be down at the ballpark. It tends to carry up the creek. I do know that these eyelashes are way too big because they keep scratching me in the top of my eye. Somebody said, I don't think you're on the right channel. I think that AI is the devil. I said, I think you're on the wrong porch. Shoot. Me and my buddies always talk about this, especially my more prevalent and successful friends in Nashville. They're like, as long as you use AI as a tool and not a tool that uses AI, that's all right. But there's always going to be somebody that abuses it. There's always going to be somebody that reads the Cliff Notes thinking that they can pass the final. There's always going to be somebody with an easy bake oven thinking that they're Martha Stewart. It's all right. Different strokes for different folks. I've heard great songs from terrible people. I've heard terrible songs from amazing people. I just tell my story. I tell my song, and nobody can do it like me, computer or not. That's where I stand on it. I'm the best me that I can be, so therefore I ain't worried about anything else trying to copy it. That doesn't concern me. I'm too busy with my own stuff. I don't have really time to worry about anything else. I am so effing mad, though, at the raccoons and the rabbits because I had 2 squash and 1 zucchini, and they were about this big, and they were out there in the middle of my bed. And I went up there and looked a while ago, and they've ate every single bit of my squash and zucchini plants. Oh, I'm mad. I was out here with my BB gun thinking I was going to nail one of them. Oh. I checked on them at like 2 o'clock this afternoon. Come home at 5 o'clock, 8. I think they know when I leave. They know the sound of my car. And happy coop news today. Ruth, the tiny baney hen, had three count them little baby chicks hatched today. 2 little fuzzy yellow ones and a striped silky that I'm pretty sure was fuzzy footballs before she met her ultimate demise. So now we have 5-month-old chicks in one brooder. We got 3 one-day-old chicks with mama in one of the nesting boxes, and I'm praying to God that nothing gets them in the middle of the night because I don't think I can handle another piece of bad news this week. 15 grapes is 1 carb. Okay. I appreciate the information. It does not concern me. That's right, Amanda. Your competition is you. Figure as long as I have 1 ass and not 2, and I keep smoking pot, which makes your metabolism go through the roof. That's why you get the munchies. May 1C went from 9 to 3 without metformin or changing my diet. Everybody goes, it makes your blood pressure go up. Depends on what kind of strain you get. Sativa will make you creative to solve the world's problems in about 45 minutes. Indica will make you macrame your ass to the couch. And I'd be surprised even if I had a blood pressure when I'm smoking indica. Learn what you're talking about before you sound stupid. That's just a good rule of thumb. If you don't know nothing about marijuana, then don't pass judgment on it. Don't make assumptions of it. Don't try to educate those that have been smoking it for 25 years and know every single thing about it. Because you're just going to look stupid, and that's why we don't let you do the good drugs. Why is everybody at the dispensary look like they're there for jury duty? They're all just like, I'm like, we're all here to buy marijuana. People talk in the liquor store. I don't know why y'all can't talk in the dispensary. They always just look real guilty, and I'm like, it's okay. It's legal here. Y'all didn't have no problem going down the block and buying it from somebody's old lady at 2 o'clock in the morning who had a cat and a beanbag chair and a haze around her house that smelled like a family of skunks had been there. That is Ruth throwing a fit because I bet one of the turkeys has messed with her babies. Crap. Hang on. I'll have to just check it in a minute. I ain't got time right now. I can hear him, the raising hell, which means that Tom the turkey has put his head into the nesting box, and that's Ruth making a big fit about it. So I'm going to have to go down there and fix it here in a minute. So, she's not happy about it. But in the meantime, friends, I'm glad you're here. Tomorrow night we're having a Bible study at 7 p.m. right here on this porch on Facebook Live. Tomorrow's topic will be Judge Not or Judge Right. Get really excited about it because I've been doing research for 3 days on it. I'm ready. So, anywho, in the meantime, friends, keep your Bible open, your padded around your head on a swivel because people are acting crazy this day and age, especially that guy who took his car and tried to kill 10 people the other day just for shits and giggles, or the guy that wrecked on I-75 from Florida and tried to steal a medical helicopter because he said God told him to. I've never had the voice of God tell me to steal a medical vehicle and fly through the air with the greatest of ease. Not the instructions I got. But in the meantime, be nice to old people, animals, and children, and try to love your neighbor if you can't give to God, because He loves you and I do too. And there's nothing you can do about it. In the meantime, friends, until we see each other again, remember, perhaps the most important, I'm Sarah Beth Terry, you're not. Good night.